Hey, happy Monday. This is Crystal Jordan with Rolling Out's Reality Check. And I'm excited about today's conversation because if you're watching this via Facebook, you're probably already familiar with my guest. Welcome, Tiffany. What's your last name again?
Glover.
Tiffany Glover. I'm sorry. Tiffany Glover with Sis, Is This Your Man? Facebook group here that caused last week to go. I mean, basically, the Facebook group last week went viral, correct?
It did.
It went crazy. You guys were on Shade Room, V103. Like, it was just out of control. And I thought, the first thing that I thought when I saw everything is there was this meme that women were posting with basically like a little emoji, like, this is your man, please get him out of my DMs, right? Is this your man? He's in my DMs again. And we know that social media has broken up numerous divorces. In fact, I think social media is now the #1 cause for divorce outside of like finances, what it used to be. So I want to ask you, Tiffany, where did the idea to create this group? Women are obviously loving it. When I talked to Holiday, who actually booked this, you guys had around 10,000 members on Thursday. By Saturday, there were 20,000 women talking in this group. Where did this come from? Where did the idea come from?
The idea came from, I actually was in a group. There was a group in South Carolina.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay, South Carolina, it's slow there. I was like, I know if I make one in Atlanta, it is going to go off.
Now, what type of things happened in the group in South Carolina?
They would just post guys that would be in their DMs. You would catch a few people cheating. Okay. So they would like pull receipts like, oh, he just hit me up and wanted to take me on a date. So I was like, okay, this could be crazy if it was in Atlanta because I know people are cheating.
Right.
So I made it in 2018, and I didn't really get a positive feedback from it.
Okay.
So I eventually just left it alone.
What was the initial feedback? Because that's what I've talked to people about it, last week. And of course, most guys hate the group, okay? In fact, I talked to my little brother here. He was like, this is not good. You guys are bullying. This is a female's way of bullying men. I talked to a couple of my other guy friends and threatened to drop their pictures in the group. Oh, no. They were upset. But even with women, I wonder, because what I would love to see is women really like having each other's back, right? But it seems like it causes women to start going at each other.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
So at first, it just wasn't getting a response at all. I think when I initially started, I just added like my circle of people that I knew.
Okay.
I don't think people were really interested at first, per se. And I don't know what hit the fan for people to just join it and start like wanting to go at it, but once it started going, it never stops. It hasn't stopped then, and it didn't stop now.
Right.
We've been shut down twice,
right.
and
it keeps coming. It keeps coming back. So now I want us to talk about, because the group was popping like a week, turning Atlanta crazy. To put some of my homegirls on, we were in there looking at just basically. Do you remember Lipstick Alley? The website Lipstick Alley years ago. See, you don't even know about it. Lipstick Alley was a website that a lot of industry guys would get busted on, right? But this is just everyday guys. This is everybody. Everybody's in there.
Everybody. Pastors,
parents.
Everybody.
Talk about because the threads are like thousands. You have thousands of people speaking on these threads, thousands of women tagging their friends, bringing in for more information and putting receipts.
Yes, ma'am.
Text messages.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's get into some of the initial threads that kind of went crazy.
The first thread I could recall is there was an incident. I can't give too much because it's against girl code. Okay. But there was an incident with a husband and a wife and a side chick that was on my group.
Okay.
And she posted him, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is so and so's husband."
So the side chick posted the husband.
Yes, ma'am.
Did she know he was married?
She found out he was married, but I guess initially he lied about it. And so after she found out about it, she kind of just like ratted him out on social media. Okay. And they eventually tagged the wife, added her to the group, tagged her in the thread. It was crazy. To the point where the husband actually reached out to the side chick and was like, hey, I can't talk to you anymore, really. Like, it was almost like his wife had a pistol and was like, you better text this to her right now. Yeah. It was crazy. I was like, whoa.
To me, that sounds like the group is working. Like, if the side chick, he's lied to her, right? Because I think that with relationships, if a woman knows that the man is in a relationship and she's okay with that, then I don't think it's fair for her to want to come out and talk about it, because you know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. He knows what he's doing. The wife, may or may not know. The wife knew.
She knew because I guess she had caught them conversating before.
But she probably thought he stopped.
She did. And so she made him address it this last time, and hopefully it worked, because everybody and their mama know about it.
Well, now, in my opinion, if I was the wife and everybody knew, I mean, at that point, he could probably just keep going and just go on about his business, or pay some more bills. I mean,
I think that's what's going on. He's paying the bills.
That's how you drop off some more gifts, sir. So there was that situation. Now, I saw a couple of entertainers, some hip hop artists, some
everybody.
So Bankroll Fresh,
baby mama. She popped in. It didn't go so well. She didn't come back.
And what was her purpose?
I don't know. She kind of just posted like, "Oh yeah, I'm Bankroll Fresh baby mama."
Okay.
And the first comment I saw was, "Hey, no one cares," and it went left from there.
Well, what I saw is that there was a thread asking how many people were dealing with celebrities, or dealing with, had a baby by, or and it had been in a relationship with a celebrity. And I think I saw Jeezy's baby mama in there.
You're liable to see everybody in there. Okay. I try not to even get into the post, because we get 30 posts a minute, if that. 30 posts every 5 minutes, and like when you're just seeing them, you don't get to go and whip through comments and stuff. Like, they come and they come quick.
Now, what was your, again, I asked you, what did, because you're actually engaged, her fiance is here with her, and he doesn't care about the group because she's dropped him in 3 times and nothing has come up.
Sure has.
So I asked him how he felt about it, and he said he's in full support. So obviously he's the only man in America. And that's not cheating. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sure there's lots of men that are not cheating. But what was your idea for doing this? What do you hope to achieve with this group?
Initially, I was all for the drama, of course. It was very entertaining.
So you did start drama.
Not to start drama, but we needed to know. We as women, we needed to know. So why not give them the platform to question?
Right.
Who knows my man?
Right.
Is this your man, or is this my man?
Right. Is this our man?
Yes, sister wives.
Our man.
So after seeing it and, interacting with people and watching them try to, brand themselves too, because we have a lot of that too.
Yeah.
And just interacting with them and seeing them actually form a union together, I was like, hey, this could be more than just shade room drama. This could be, this could be something special. This could be a networking event. This could be a lot of things. This could be a sisterhood.
Right.
So as of now, I'm more into the branding it aspect of everything, and definitely allowing the women that do want to come together to allow them to come together. Yeah.
Well, I love the idea, because I do think that that there's a lot of times where women and men probably as well are involved in a situation where they don't know the truth. So, you see a guy that has a whole family on one side of town and then a whole nother family on another side of town. I love the idea of social media being able to
bring them together.
Bring those things together, right? And again, I think there's guys that have come together to form a group, and I don't know that men will be. It doesn't probably work to their best interest.
They're gonna get tired of it.
Yeah, they're not gonna do it. But what I hope, and I think what I saw a lot of, is women, fighting each other. And I have 2 questions for you. I don't know what we can do to keep the women from going at each other, right? And then also, a lot of times the women know already.
They do.
If you already know your man is cheating, why are you dropping him in the group? You already know. And you're not gonna break up with them. They're not gonna leave. The guy's probably gonna have a little bit more of a headache, but the woman is not gonna go anywhere. So what would be the purpose of actually outing him and embarrassing him if you're gonna stay with him?
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I think it's the reassurance part.
Okay.
A lot of women that post their men, they question it, but I think it's the reassurance part that kind of makes it hit the fan with the other woman.
So they think they know, but they don't really know.
They don't really know. So now they're going to dig in, and they're finding out more than what they wanted to know.
Yes.
And that's when the bickering happens.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's inevitable, especially with a group full of women, 25,000 women at that.
25,000
that aren't
women.
only in Georgia. Like we've had women in Australia, Alaska, Europe.
Now I'm wondering, do you think it's better to keep it, because I know that now there's a group, is this your man Atlanta, and is this your man in different cities? Do you think that it's better to have them all in one city? Because surely men are not cheating from Atlanta to Australia. I mean, they could be, but I mean, is that, well?
I definitely am going to take it further than Atlanta.
But will there be individual pages for each of these cities, or do you think it just should be a nationwide?
Probably not multiple pages because that would be too much tea.
Hard to manage, yeah.
But I look at my demographics and I look at, what areas most of my supporters come from. So as far as like my events and everything else that I'm planning in the near future, I'm definitely expanding outside of Atlanta.
Okay, what is the demographic for most of the women?
Florida, Alabama, we have some in New Orleans, Louisiana. We have a lot in Georgia.
Right.
So I'll probably hit Savannah, Atlanta.
Okay. Do you know the ages? Because I'm assuming that probably some older women, they don't have time for that. And they're probably like, are the older women in there too?
It's about, I'd say, 19 to 35.
Yeah.
And then you have the next larger portion, 35 to maybe 45.
Yeah.
And then everything else, they're kind of just there.
They just like, child, I've been knowing he been cheating.
They try to drop the old folks' knowledge.
As long as he pays them bills and
Yeah.
takes care of me, I'm not going anywhere.
I've been here
Yeah.
this long.
Now let me ask you, because we know that this is like I said, social media is the #1 reason for relationships to break up. People have a problem with either their significant other not recognizing them on social media, right? And I know a lot of guys that will have a whole girlfriend or whole wife. His page looks like a bachelor's page. Which is funny when the woman's page is full of him. I just never
family photos.
Sis, why are we doing that? Why are we doing those things, sis? So when we come back, let's talk about your opinion just on relationships, because you're in a relationship, you're in a healthy relationship. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But I want to talk to you about what you think the dynamics are of actually maintaining a healthy relationship in today's landscape.
Yes,
Okay? We're going to take a break. You guys stay tuned. This is Christal Jordan, Reality Check. Sis, is this your man? Come back and join us. We'll be right back.